Alrighty, guys. Good morning to you all. I am Ryan, Michigan Storm Chasers here. Let's go ahead and dive into the forecast here. Make it quick this morning. I am actually off to chase today across South Michigan, so I'll be out in the field here, ready to roll up and leave. So I want to make this quick and get out there because there's storms already ongoing across the 94 corridor from Ann Arbor to Marshall, Jackson, and Kalamazoo areas. Okay, let's dive in though. Before I do, sponsor shout out today to Kuiper Tree Care. They are based in the West Michigan area for all your tree care needs across West Michigan. Feel free to get a hold of Kuiper. 616-828-8225 is the number to call. Thank you to Kuiper for sponsoring us here and being today's spotlight sponsor here at MSC on YouTube. Talk about the risk today. A good chunk of central and even parts of northern lower Michigan all the way down to the Indiana-Ohio border within a level 1 marginal risk. That's your dark green colored zone from Roscommon on south. North into the UP, though, a lighter green color indicates that general thunderstorms are possible. Now, I'm going to highlight this and say not everybody in these colored areas today are going to see a storm. It's going to be isolated to scattered in nature, but the chances there across much of the state, or should I say much of the lower peninsula of the state here, to see a strong, perhaps severe storm. Hazard today is damaging wind, 5 to 14% chance of seeing a damaging wind gust anywhere in that colored area. The risk for a tornado today is also not on the table, but across the pond over in Wisconsin, there is a nice 2 and 5% bullseye. I don't expect that to shift over, but there is a little bit more in the way of wind shear out there today. So we're going to keep an eye on things just a bit, but overall should just be a damaging wind and small hail type of day. Anything tornadic would take a lot of things going for it to get something to spin up here. We just don't see that. All right. Now, moving on to the forecast models. The models don't really handle these types of setups today very well. Like for right now, there's actually quite a few storms out there from Kalamazoo, Benton Harbor, Marshall, Jackson, Ann Arbor. Like they're popping up everywhere across 94, 96 corridors here. And the model says we're quiet. So the models aren't really handling things well today. This is as of 10 a.m. here on this model. And take note, it has nothing on the radar here for South Michigan. So really, what good is looking at a model that's not going to do well today? I'll go ahead and run it through anyway, just to give you guys the idea. But overall, the model says a higher coverage of storms later on in the afternoon and evening here. As we get towards sunset, more storms pop up, especially across South and East Michigan. But the environment today across much of the state does indicate that, hey, we have a chance for some pop-up storms. If I can switch my radar over here, I can. So this is the current radar live. You can see the amount of storms that have popped up there across South Michigan this morning as of 10:43 a.m. That's what's going to happen today. So the models aren't going to handle it well. Any storm that does pop up, though, treat it as some gusty winds, some small hail, frequent lightning, and heavy downpours associated with every single storm today. Some of these may be strong or severe with damaging winds, again, being your primary concern. But also don't underestimate the flooding risk, as these storms are producing torrential rainfall rates, and they're also pretty slow moving. So urban areas, especially cities, may have some flooding issues as these storms progress throughout the afternoon and evening. So overall, just take note across lower Michigan today. Hey, we could have a couple storms that could impact your areas. Damaging winds are possible. It's not a very high threat, but it's a localized threat, as well as flooding, frequent lightning, and perhaps even some small hail with any of these storms. Main time frame is now through about that sunset, maybe perhaps just after sunset time frame. So it's going to be pretty much an all-day event here. We'll have a chance of a pop-up storm across much of the state. So if you're out and about or out, activities like baseball or soccer, stuff going on, activities, after school activities, stuff like that, make sure you guys are keeping an eye on the sky and on your radars here just as precaution. All right. With that said, I will catch you all tomorrow for another update video. Joel and Drew will have you on the coverage today. I'll be out in the field chasing for the first time in many months, so I'm excited for that. You guys enjoy yourselves, stay safe. We'll catch you guys perhaps later today for some severe weather coverage.